to make the starting five of your Portland Trail Blazers. At guard, at 6'3", number 00, Gary Payton II. At small forward, standing 6'5", number 11, Josh Hart. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 9, Jeremy Grant. Center, Babet Play is Bosnia y Herzegovina, right vice at 7, Jusuf Nurkic. At guard, 6'3", wearing the letter O, Damian Lillard.
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. D.A., take it away.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Now, there were skeptics when the Suns picked Cam Johnson 11th in the 2019 draft. They said he was one-dimensional, but he's shown himself to be a versatile defender. Coach Monty Williams said, one thing he doesn't get credit for is his ability to finish. Whether it's a dunk or a layup, he can play fast and under control. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Hop it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Trailblazers, their forwards, it's Hart and Grant. Payton is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Nurkic in at the center. With so much of the season still in front of us, Smitty, what does the main focus have to be for a team on any given night?
Well, winning's never a bad idea, Kevin. These games mean just as much now as they do in April. You can work on rotations and chemistry, but don't let it cost you wins.
And the dunk by Grant.
A display of pure athleticism by Jeremy Grant, rising up for the huge dunk.
Crowder a screen on Lillard. Bridges passes to Ayton. Here's Crowder. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Here's Lillard. He drains the quick shot.
And Lillard has a shoot-first mentality. Once he gets positioning inside, he looks to score.
And after several playoff runs, the Portland Trailblazers, Smitty, decided to shake things up.
The decision to deal key role players shows they wanted a change in direction. They felt like their team needed some changes, but it looks like they still are aiming to remain competitive.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Booker pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball. And Devin understands that. Has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Connects from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to Dallas. Oh, Ayton in position. And stolen by Payton. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. Banked in off the glass.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now, here's Bridges. They get the rebound. Ayton, count that bucket.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Here's Grant. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Grant's got 7 points in the game. clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Paul surveying the floor. Clock at 6. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Wonderful find by Paul. This offense relies on him to make those kind of plays.
Grant for 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Grant's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers. Suns trail by 4. Passes to Ayton. And the rebound by Nurkic. Here's Payton. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Bridges inside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 2.
12.
From Portland. We're back in a moment.
Fans, have a big round of applause for your Trailblazers.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
And Bernie Simons out there with Johnson. Then it's Little. And it's Eubanks in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step. Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
We know you need talent to win, Steve, so how critical is basketball IQ to winning at the highest level? How important is it in that equation?
Kevin, it's everything. A playoff series can turn on a single play, and the guys, you can tell the difference who has a high basketball IQ and an average IQ. It does make a difference.
And Portland making a change here. Enzelo's checked in. Johnson gets the bucket.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
You're comfortable running the offense through Winslow because he makes good decisions.
Now here's Payne. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. A wide open look here for Craig. It's good from long range. Craig's got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns. Simon's on the wing. It's over Payne. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
And Smitty, one player who's really improved in a very short amount of time is Anthony Simons.
Kevin, a dynamic guard who plays with a lot of confidence. He is especially lethal on the offensive end. And it's because he is capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Out to the right wing. Here's Lillard. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. Ayton trying to break free. They get it back. Kicks it out to Booker. It's Crowder on the wing. Off target with his 3.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Reading the D, Winslow's saying, if they're going to let me have this, I'm going to make them pay.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Crowder the bounce pass. Chalk up 2 there. And that's now 6 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And there it is for him.
Once Jeremy gets going, he's automatic, making it look effortless right now.
Paul against Lillard. And here is Paul. Here's Crowder. Misses it from 7 feet out.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time.
26.
And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
26.
Hey everybody, it's Portland Trailblazer basketball on tap in a game that's proven to be a healthy matchup through the first half.
They better count their lucky stars. It's this close. All their energy has been spent at the offensive end. I don't know, Ernie. They've been one-dimensional.
Yeah, it's a flaw that's easily sniffed out in this league. Teams are too smart. And now let's talk about that first half. A look at the top performers from both teams so far.
Not surprising to see 2 competitive guys who bring it every time they're on the floor. It's been a spicy duel to watch.
Yeah, and we know you like it spicy.
No, I don't. Give me some milk.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Well, Phoenix shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot.
You can't give Lillard an ounce of space. That's when he'll pull up right on you.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise. Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Crowder, and a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got his 4th assist in this one. To the middle, and stolen by Ayton. Paul with the ball. Now Payton defending. Booker with no one around. Off target from outside. Portland trailing here. Down low, here's Lillard. Up and in on the layup. 8 points for Damian Lillard.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
One of those guys who stuffs the stat sheet. Nurkic is a double-double machine. He also picks up a few steals and assists.
So for the Trailblazers, Eubanks, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Nasir Little comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Johnson in for Payton. And for the Suns, Saric is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul.
Nurkic also eats up a lot of space inside.
Greg, at 6'11", 290, he'll do the dirty work for you. He's also a powerful player with plenty of tricks inside.
Here's Booker, following the score by Damian Lillard. He had a nice open look right there. Johnson's got his 2nd basket of the night. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
So for the Suns, Torrey Craig comes in for Bridges, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Devin Booker.
Torrey Craig.
52 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the basket by Lillard.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
The assist.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. Inside. Takes it off the glass. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
Nurkic, this is his game. Size, strength, and shot-making ability.
Payne dishes to Saric. No good on the 3. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. A 2-point game. The second effort, and Nurkic lays it in. Nurkic has got 6.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Payne looking around. Here's Craig. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Trailblazers.
41.
He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Their forwards, it's Hart and Grant. And Fernie Simons out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Watford into the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Hall finds Johnson. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Watford. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after.
Nailed from three-point land.
Clean long-range shooting from Grant. His team counts on him to deliver that shot.
Suns trail by 9. In the corner, it's Bridges. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark and taken away by Johnson. And then Johnson with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. They get it again. Here's Ayton. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Grant, that's good.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Oh, a major factor in those 2021 finals. Bridges growing more and more comfortable in the big moment.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Fernie Simons. The Suns making a change here as well. Crowder's checked in. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. Told us guys that team is not going to give it to us. We have to take it. That means staying aggressive and playing with no fear. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Nurkic. The Suns getting the bucket. Bridges with the board.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's Portland, leading by 5. Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And your Trailblazers youth dance team. Well done, everyone. Your Blazers youth dance team.
Ball finds Crowder. Here's Booker. Phoenix no good that time either. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Timeout call, the Suns. They're behind by 7. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
The coaching staff encourages Shamet to take these shots. It's what he's out there to do.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And the Suns here with a different look.
2 shots.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Bridges misses, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
DeAndre Ayton, second personal foul, third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Gary Payton the second.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. There's the 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
Suns ball.
So the Trailblazers win it. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Damian. It was a big night for everyone from long range. How did you get those shots?
I thought we just executed well. Yesterday we went over a lot of offense, 5-on-0. The second group we walked through a lot of offense, and it was an emphasis to come out here and execute, run our plays, and get higher quality looks, and we did that, and I think it showed in the way we shot the ball. So we got to continue that.
Great spacing and great flow, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now our New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.